Hey guys, how's it going? Justin with Advanced Photo Tours. Today we're going to go through and edit a photo that I took in New York City of the Oculus here in the foreground with the Freedom Tower rising in the background. There's a lot of cool colors and stuff over here on the right. So let's get started. As always, first thing we're going to do here is we are going to jump into the develop module, and we're going to start with the exposure here. Watching our histogram, we want to get the exposure up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of contrast, and you can see when you put the contrast all the way up, it really, especially in these areas, you can see that there's a real difference between the light and the dark. And that's what we're doing here, is we're just contrasting the image. We'll go in through the highlights here, and we're going to bring those down. And as you do, you can see here it brings back the color that was here. This was a nice warm orange color when the photo was taken. And then we'll bring the shadows up to bring a little bit more detail in the areas over here, and you can kind of see where that's affecting. Bring a little bit more detail in these buildings here. And then we have our whites, which are going to be these lights here. We're going to bring those down a little bit. We have our blacks that we can affect here, and you can see really the color, the way that that affects them here by turning them up. Lightens up the black area, bringing them down, darkens the black areas. So we want to get that to a point where it looks a little natural there. And then we're going to slide over to the dehaze slider here. We're just going to adjust this. If you go too far, again, that way is going to really just bring a real hazy tint over the photo. So you want to get that to where it looks nice and clear. Add a little bit of vibrance because you want to make these colors pop. And then we're going to add just a little bit of clarity there. And then we're going to play with the temperature a little bit. We want to maybe cool this off a little bit, but still keep that color. So there. Now we can play around with the transform button on this to try to straighten those out. We'll use the auto, but as you can see, that kind of, what you want to do in those cases is then you click strain the crop, and what that'll do is it'll do that, but it'll fix it so that your crop stays in place there. And I think that for the purposes of this one right here, what we'll do is we're going to do a crop ratio, and we're going to go to a square crop, and then we'll get as much out of that as we can. We're going to get the Freedom Tower here on that line, the Oculus here on this line, and we're going to hit that. And there we go. We've got a 1x1 cropped image that we can share on Instagram or Facebook or wherever it might be. We got nice color here, sharp, clean lines, images. The buildings are straightened as much as possible without distorting the heck out of the picture. And we're going to call it. So you guys have any questions, please ask in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe and click the notification bell, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.